Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor, a Virgin Galactic update. We had a massive run a few days ago. Now we're selling off a little bit. Should you be concerned? Should you be worried? Well, of course, I say no, absolutely not. And I'll tell you why. I'll give you some latest news. I'll tell you what's been going on, who's been buying, who's been selling, some breaking news for you as well. So as always, tap the like button. It will share it out to more people and you'll be more likely shown my videos in the future. So we had a nice rally the last few days, but the markets are red today. We're getting a bit of a correction. It's perfectly healthy. And the reason for this is over the next few minutes, I'm going to give you some price valuations and some really important news. So stick to the end. And also, if you want to get a little souvenir of how I'm going to get Virgin Galactic to $100, no doubt about it, and the short squeeze. Anyway, over the last few days, we've seen the stock price rally, and what we've got some trimming off going on, setting new levels of support. That's healthy. We don't want a straight up stock. Remember, this isn't GameStop. We're going to get a short squeeze, and by the way, it hasn't happened yet. Many people are asking me, has the short squeeze happened? It hasn't happened yet, but we need to understand this is not a junk stock like GameStop, AMC. I'm not Roaring Kitty. I'm not Matt Kors trying to promote rubbish. I'm trying to invest as an investor and study what is most likely to be up in the future and what's most undervalued right now. And Virgin Galactic at 150 was one of those stocks. Why I own it, why I've not sold a single share. I'm talking to some of the biggest retail investors in the world every day on the phone, and they're not selling either. Over the last 2 or 3 days, we've had a lot of institutional investors come on in, and what we're getting now is a bit of a correction, people giving up, taking some profit, that's fine, setting new levels of support, that's healthy. If we buy here and we go to here and we sell here and it drops here and people start buying here, this protects everyone down here. This sets new levels of support. It's very, very important. Am I buying more? No, I don't need any more. I've got enough shares to take me to where I want to, what I want to achieve and make me more money than I deserve. So I don't need to buy any more stocks. I'm certainly not selling anything. I'm certainly not taking profits along the way to $100 either. Anyway, let me bring you some information I thought you might enjoy. As you know, I use certain software to give me the latest information. I will tell you there is still no selling over the last few days from insiders. As we look here, there's no selling from insiders, nothing going on, which is very, very good. The last transaction was November the 10th, 21 by Virgin Galactic, so Richard Branson's Virgin Investments, when they sold 300 million worth of shares. He still owns a good proportion of Virgin Galactic. A lot of people get stressed about that. So you can see there's no real significant trading going on. When we talk about report that Michael Cole-Glazier has sold some shares, that's perfectly normal. That's just routine tax positions. He doesn't even know it's happening. It's just happening every month as a periodic thing. Perfectly normal. But I do have some information I wanted to share with you just a few days ago, give you some sentiment, and you can see I now do analysis and reviews for Alpha Spread. They like my reviews above CNBC and Yahoo and Bloomberg and all the rest of it. But there is one here I wanted to share with you this morning of some interest, and we can just comment on it a little bit. Here we go. See what you think of this. Let's have a quick look at
Virgin Galactic plans to pause spaceflight operations next year to focus on its next generation of space travel. The company also laying off roughly 18% of its workforce to decrease costs and realign its resources. Cuts are projected to save the company.
This is what we asked for in our petition, and we got that action. And you may remember, if you watched the report and you watched the review, the interview I had with Andy Shovel, we talked about this. This was what we did, and we're very pleased with the result.
Roughly $25 million annually. With 6 successful space flights completed this year, the company significantly trimmed its net losses during the most recent quarter and doubled revenue. With more on the company's path forward is Yahoo Finance's Ines Ferre. So, Virgin Atlantic
Jared,
on pause, the Fed's on pause. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, look, you're right. I mean, look, we are in a high interest rate environment, and we are seeing space-related companies that are cutting costs.
We also need to confirm that interest rates will be coming down in the spring. We got the CPI the other day. We got all the reports, and interest rates are falling dramatically now. And inflation is falling dramatically. Things are still getting more expensive, but the rate they're going up is decreasing, way ahead of expectations. We're going to get a pause. As I said, for over a year, the pause will come in the spring to the summer. We'll keep rates high for a little while longer, but that's okay. Virgin Galactic are budgeted for that, and now they're going to save money. So this is really good news. So this is a little bit out of date when she's saying interest rates are high. We need to be focusing on where they go next. Anyway.
And in this case, Virgin Galactic, which we have followed this stock really since they went public via SPAC back in 2019, and so much enthusiasm about this stock really and the future of space travel. And we have seen also short sellers pounding onto this stock. So part of what you are seeing.
She talked about the short sellers currently running around about the 22%. Again, it's excessive. Anything above 20 is excessive, but we haven't triggered a short squeeze yet. The media loves to share the news about the shorts. I do talk about it, but I'll tell you when we're going to get a short squeeze. It's not yet. We've gone through 2. Now we need the institutions to coming in. That was part 2. That's happening. Now we need volume to increase. So today's drop is healthy for the stock. Volume can start to increase. And once we get to the end of the year and we start getting words from the Jerome Powell that we're not looking at increasing anymore, not a pivot, but not increasing anymore, then this stock will explode. And that's when the short squeeze will come, not yet.
Today, that huge spike that you are seeing in that stock price is likely a short squeeze as you are watching the stock up 20.
It's not a short squeeze. I cannot believe that these are regarded as the best analysts, the professionals at Yahoo Finance and Bloomberg and all the rest of it. Really, it's not a short squeeze, and I cannot believe it. They love to sell the narrative. They love to make the news. That is rubbish. A short squeeze has not occurred yet. That has gone up because that's institutions buying. We know who's buying, how much is buying. That is not the short squeeze yet. That just makes great headlines for Yahoo Finance. That's not what we do on this channel. That is rubbish. That's why my reviews feature above theirs on Alpha Spread.
7%. But look, the street is positive about its revenue guidance for the fourth quarter. That revenue that's expected to come in at $3 million. Prior to that, the target was $1 million, and estimates from analysts was for $1.5 million. The loss per share was less than expected for the third quarter. And Virgin Galactic is going to be pausing its flights in mid-2024 for the Unity spacecraft. And this is an important point because the company is now shifting towards its Delta spacecraft. That's its newer spacecraft, which will be able to hold 50% more passengers and travel twice a week and help the company reach profitability at a faster pace.
And that isn't completely accurate either. They are pausing, but there's still going to be revenue coming in from other things. So to say we're just pausing and there's nothing going on, again, that's not accurate information at all. There's still going to be revenue for Virgin Galactic.
Case, Jared.
All right, we've got to take another name here in the space realm, and that's Rocket launching
We won't focus on that. That's not really that important. Right, okay, not for our stock anyway. So some information there, again, Yahoo Finance and these analysts. Remember, a lot of analysts that work for Yahoo and Bloomberg and CNBC, we see it time and time again. They're there to sell headlines. A lot of them have bias on stocks. We've seen it time and time again. You do the research into the analysts, see what they're buying, see what they're selling, who they're working for. It's quite disgusting, to be quite honest. Anyway, I bring you the truth. The reality is this is perfectly healthy today. Very happy to see it. Very happy to see not happy to see some trimming off. I don't want anyone to sell the stock. Of course not. As an investor, I want everyone to hold it forever. But that's not what I mean. What I mean is when the trimming occurs, it means institutions and other retail investors can buy the next support level. That's healthy, and I can see it already happening this morning. If I just scroll up, you can see people are buying in now. So we've got people just buying in here around about the 204, which is very healthy when you think they could have bought it at 150 like I did on 138. They're now now buying in at 104 and 105, which is great. That's setting a new support level. Anyway, just a quick update on Virgin Galactic. Be very, very careful of the news that try to tell you we've had a short squeeze. We haven't. These analysts talk rubbish half the time, and they just want to sell stories. I don't want to sell videos. I do want to build the most honest community in the world. That's why I'm here. Anyway, over the last few days, I've actually released some very exciting news. If you are a Virgin Galactic investor and you like all things Virgin Galactic, of course, you all do, I presume. I just released some items of Virgin Galactic merchandise. I've got mugs and hats, all with the $100 price target on it. We've got a sale which ends any minute now, depending on your time zone. A 10% discount you can get there. And there you go. If you're interested in any of that stuff or any of my reviews or anything whatsoever, all my my newsletter, my birthday cards, if you sign up for the newsletter, my links to X, some other videos you might find interesting, links below are just in the description and the first comment that I pin underneath the video. Over here, you'll find more videos in the series that you might find interesting. Virgin Galactic hasn't had a short squeeze. That analyst is talking nonsense. It's institutions buying and setting new levels of support. It's all good. I'm holding. What are you doing? Till next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.